Hello and welcome back everybody to another All the Mods 9 beta testing stream here on my public server. You can join. Links are in the description as well as a link to the Discord. I recommend joining so that you can get updates as to what's going on with the server and my channel. Guys, version 0.1.4 is out and it came with a couple changes. Let's go over them. So they added more of the All the Mods Star recipes and fixed some other various recipes, which is exciting. We're getting closer and closer to the All the Mods Star. Gregtech was updated to allow the ore generation again, as well as Gregtech ores can now be found in the mining dimension. We're going to be doing that today, and we're going to have to go a bit far out to get fresh mining dimension chunks. But I've also put a vote for the server of seeing if people are okay with resetting the mining dimension every Saturday. So if you play on the server, be sure to give your 2 opinions in the modded Minecraft channel in the Discord. Unfortunately, Young's mods have been removed to test server performance issues and deadlocks. Luckily, we already have some of those structures implemented, but if you go to brand new chunks, they won't generate. Then they updated all the mods, and they did put a known issue, which is that after going to this update, on your first load, you may not see Gregtech recipes. You need to either load the world again or /reload in order to see them. So let's dive in, do a little progress update here. Let me use my stream deck. There we go. Come on. Show the game. There we go. So here we are at our part of the Donut Island. And all I did today was on stream, we finished one crafting cluster. I put one more in each corner. Tried to make it all look symmetrical. And then I started setting up automatic inscribers. Speaking of subscribing though, huge thank you to everybody who has subscribed to the channel. You guys are amazing. Now, the way we're doing this is in the column, we have the silicon, and this column is logic, and then putting them together with the pattern providers set up. A quick note, in 1.20 AE2, if you are using inscribers and use auto export, only put the ones with presses in them next to each other, and separate the ones without presses. Otherwise, there's a chance items will be exported into the other inscribers. We've got logic, calculation, engineering, and this one's only set up for silicon, but this is where the mega inscribers will go. Now, I want to put this on all the walls. So I was thinking we would quickly go through the setup of doing that. And then today's plan is to start Gregtech and ENDERIO while also doing a little bit of checking on Railcraft, making sure everything is going well. Looks like we need more iron blocks set up here. Let me go ahead and do that now. And you know what I could do? I could make a bunch of iron blocks, add them to the filter here, and it should auto restock them. Looks like we're good on creosote. Maybe we should make a stack upgrade. Did I make patterns for these, or I did them manually? We'll do that later. But on top of starting Gregtech and ENDERIO, I want to officially move over to using this ME controller. This is currently not hooked up to anything. And that's the plan today, everybody. I'm gonna clean up the bottom of the inscriber. I should say I also filled out the inscriber. I went for a 6x6 pattern I enjoy doing. It works pretty well. The bottom is the trick. In order to get the 4-1-1-1, you have to do the bottom a little interestingly. Why don't we, one of the tips and tricks is to make a personal shrinking device. Why don't we actually make one of these? And I do not want stone dust. I want a button, please. Let's take the personal shrinking device. And I'm trying to remember. Yeah, there we go. I'm going to lower the shrink. And the bottom can get a little complicated. But this is, I'll try to give the best overlook of the pattern as I can. But just think of Tetris, 2 Z's, a single, a single. That's really all it is. And it works pretty good. Let's unshrink. And I'm going to put this in our backpack. But if we take a look here, the way I was doing this was running cables along this way to the inscribers. But I'm having a second idea. I might only put inscribers on this wall and put auto crafters in these sides. Is that a zombie after me? Why don't we take a snooze? That way we're not dealing with mobs. Okay. What? Yeah, we'll put him here. Let's see. How did I? Yeah, full to across, and then small 2 3 1 2 3 4. And I crafted the inscribers just before going live, so we should have them. And we'll do this pretty quick. 1 2 oops. 3. 1 2 3. Once you've done this so much, you start to get pretty quick at it. Let me grab some pattern providers. I only had extended, so we're using extended. A little bit of a waste, but why not? That way they can be highlighted by our extended pattern access terminal. I am realizing I needed to add cables on this side to power the top inscribers. Let's also do that on this side. And then we'll go ahead and hopefully we can make the patterns. I'm going to need 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay, we're short glowstone. Let's go get some glowstone real fast. Haven't really quarried glowstone. I think nether portal's over here. I feel like my game sounds are a little loud. My scrollers aren't working. We're probably gonna get shot at by gas. I'm gonna manually turn down my in-game sounds here. I got the Razer stream controller. I'm really excited to use. I don't know where the ghast is that shot at me. Let's grab some glowstone. Good amount here. I'll fly a bit a ways so that we aren't taking away from too many of the people at spawn. And we'll need to get to the tier of glowstone seeds for sure. Oop, there is a boss. Let's take him out. I'm going to anger the pigmen. Let's head home. And the big thing, we need to kill bosses for gems. Is the main reason we are fighting them. Let me make some patterns. And in the meantime, I'm going to pull up at AE2. And I'm going to need 4 silicon patterns. Be sure to take out the press from the pattern. Then I need 1 calculation pattern, a logic pattern, and a engineering pattern for the circuit. And then for the processors, logic, calculation, and engineering. Perfect. Let's throw these in these inscribers. And then what we'll do is we'll start our, I can think, I swear, Gregtech journey. So in these pattern providers, this is our logic, calculation, engineering. And finally up here, logic, calculation, engineering. And then all we need is 4 more silicon presses and 1 calculation, logic, and engineering. And in these, we do need to turn on auto export. Let's see, logic, calculation, engineering, and then the top ones, we just need to turn on the auto export. Perfect. Okay. So Gregtech is a beast, right? But luckily, we do have a whole Gregtech section. And I think that's what we're going to follow to kind of learn what we're doing here. So it talks about getting all the various veins. And I was looking at, excuse me, these veins. Let me pull up Gregtech. Go to the ores. And all of them, it says forge ore is part of it. But I'm not 100% sure. Yeah, it says they're all forge ores, so we should actually be good. Let's move our mining dimension miner out to new chunks. I'm going to need a flux point. I'm getting a little tired of making these manually, so I think I have room for these patterns. I do. Let's see if we have the materials for a flux point. Excellent. Then I don't have enough material for insanium coal, but I should be able to make some inferium coal. This is, we're going to have the generator also try to help give power here. Okay, there we go. Let's head to the mining dimension. And I've been creepered, it seems. I'll take these heads. Ooh, and you know what else we would need? We would need a waystone. Or we'll set a home. We'll set a home. So I'm going to stop this and I'm going to pick up all my machines. And I'm going to RTP. So here we are, we're at negative 14,000, negative 15,000. These should all be new chunks. Why don't we go ahead and claim one. And I'm going to put down the vibranium furnace, giving it back its augments. And have it start generating power. I'm going to put down a builder. I'm going to check our filter. Okay, it does have the Gregtech ores, but something we needed to add in case they generate in the mining dimension is all of the uraninite ores. For some reason, you need to add them individually. They don't come with the forge ores. Then what I'm going to do is set home mining dim. Put down our buffer chest. Put down our dock and tank and pipe. And I'm going to add the flux point, but limit it to only give an extra 1,000 RF a tick because we don't have enough power gen at the moment. Go ahead and give that. And then in the furnace, we need to say output right. Perfect. That should be everything. Let's go ahead and start her up. Hopefully everything works right. And I'm going to turn off the special ore processing because I don't know if that's going to automatically cook the Gregtech ores, and we do not want them. We are getting Gregtech, which is good. Awesome. And guys, I'm kind of thinking about it. I might add the other inscribers. Let me think here about my design choice. I think what I'm going to do with our dense cable is walk it over like so. And then do my inscribers. Yeah, I think that'll work. Let me clean this up. I don't think we will necessarily set the inscribers up right now. We're going to keep progressing other mods. You guys have seen me do inscribers enough. I feel kind of bad for how much time I spend doing AE2. But the next thing I want to do is start getting set up to use ENDERIO, which means we need grains of infinity. And what I was thinking is I'm going to actually send this down to bedrock. And before we do that, before we mine it out, there was a spawner down here I want to grab with Silk Touch. It's actually our first apotheosis spawner. I'm going to get some air. But before we dig it down, we need to prep the area. And the way I'm going to do that is we are going to pump all the fluids in the area first. Then we're going to, after pumping, we're going to dig. So let's get started on that. Wandering trader. Oh no. Nothing we want. Still trying to get a wandering trader spawn egg. I've gotten wandering trader llama spawn eggs. Interesting. I do want, you know what? In my main backpack, I'm going to do something here. Let's actually upgrade the main backpack to netherite. I'm going to come to our jumbled mess of machines here and grab a netherite template, netherite ingot. In our smithing table, make this netherite. And I want to add to our backpack a smithing table, which I believe there is the stone cutter. I believe there's a smithing table. Oh, there's not. There's only a stone cutter. Darn it. Well, in that case, I want to make a smithing table on a stick, which is pretty cheap, so that I can do smithing table work everywhere. Let's go ahead and, actually come back to the netherite. Let's get our silk touch pick tiered up here. So we need more templates. I'm gonna cook up some deep slate. And duplicate this a couple times. Okay, that should be enough for now. I don't want to use all my netherite. We'll need one of those and all the modium ingot. Then I want to duplicate our vibranium smithing template a couple times. Okay, that's enough. And we need a vibranium ingot. Perfect. Open our smithing table. And let's go netherite, all the modium, vibranium. Perfect. Now we've got silky. And I'm actually going to put silky on my bar until we get it apotheosized and such. To our netherite backpack, we are going to add a few upgrades. If we take a look at sophisticated, excuse me, I want for my backpack the everlasting upgrade, which does mean we'll have to kill some withers. And I want the inception upgrade, which is another wither. So it's a few withers. Whether we'll do those right now, I'm not 100% sure. Maybe we'll do those in a bit. I still want to learn how this compression up. Anywho, let's get a builder, which we have here from when we were getting Peridot shard, or not Peridot, prosperity shards. And I'm going to need a pump. I want the regular pump. So we're going to need brick and paper. Go ahead and Take the shape card, and then I need a water bucket. Grab the pump. And we're going to need somewhere for the fluids it gathers to go. I'm thinking just a backpack. So let's get a backpack and tear it up a bit. Iron, gold, diamond. We'll need some stack upgrades. And you know what? Maybe we do make patterns for this part. I'm going to make an upgrade base. Hey, Donut, how are ya? Hope you're having a wonderful day or night, wherever you are in the world. But yeah, we will actually make some patterns here. Up to... Oop, wrong one. Up to gold. And then we really need to move to our new AE system. But we do need one more pattern. We need the tank upgrade. Let's get 2 tanks, which gives us 3. Oh, that's a bug. It's supposed to be over here. Is it because I shift clicked? Ah, it's because I shift clicked. Just finished work, headed home. Now sadly gonna miss the rest of stream, just popping in. Oh, well, thanks for popping in, Donut. Drive safe. We can do 3 stack upgrades for short string. Before I'm home, that is. Ah, okay. For short string, but I should have a couple of those teeth. Let's get the stacks. One. Wonder how many. So just 1 puts us at 144 buckets. 2 puts us at 576, and 3 puts us at 2,300 buckets. That should be enough for the area of which we are using. I'm gonna take out our fortune quarry and our filter, and we'll have to set up the pump. Let's sneak right click the builder and select the first corner as right here. And for the second corner, we need to get way down underground here. Let me make sure we are perfectly centered, and then dig down a bit. Oh, we would. Hold on. We get some air. This is going to take a break because I don't want to switch to my axe. Give me just a second, folks. Come down here and give ourselves air. And now what I'm going to do is dig down to bedrock and set the pump. Now, because we didn't do clearing, this is going to replace all the liquid with dirt, which is exactly what we want. So I'm going to put the pump card in and go ahead and turn it on. We're going to get water, and we're going to get hopefully lava. It doesn't get stuck on anything. Oh man, we are already full of all water. I think we're gonna have to... Yeah, because it's not gonna have anywhere to put lava. Now it doesn't have anywhere to put water. Let me do something really fast. Let me make a pattern for diamond stack. And I'm going to make 3 of these ones. Oh, we're short the string again. I don't have flax. I'm going to have to borrow some string from Donut Community. Just a little bit. And go ahead and make our diamond stack upgrades instead. Oh, it finished. Okay. I'm still going to put these in though. Oh wait, you know what? We were set to skip if operation is not possible. We don't want that for this. Let me actually get one more tank. I'm going to trash that one pad. And we're going to run this again. And I'll turn our Fortune Quarry, this one, into a clearing with no filter. That's what we'll do. We'll copy the dimensions of this pump, and that is what we're going to use this to dig down. I can actually be getting this set up by saying that we're actually only digging from this corner to I remember it's going to be this way. This corner. Let's see, did it finish yet? Nope, still getting there. Did get a bit of lava. And looks like it's done. So now I'm going to change this to our quarry. And because we pumped the water, it will, for the most part, give us a solid wall most of the way down. Should anyway. Uh-oh. Is my terminal down? I'm out of power. Oh, it's because I am giving unlimited power to this builder. You know what? We'll let it run. And we're just going to follow along, filling in gaps and holes and such. Oh, totally failed at pumping that right. Just had to be updated. That's good. I'm gonna clean this up. Until we have, we're gonna replace these walls. I'm just still deciding on the palette I want to use for it. Okay, and then we've got all over here. All right, should we let that run for a bit? I don't have access to my ME system though. Might have to babysit it. But once we get down to bedrock, we'll be able to make grains of infinity, which is awesome. And I'm starting to think we're going to have to improve our power gen today too. I think I'm going to set up some power gen over in this chunk. Once I have access to my terminal again, we're going to go for a reinforced reactor, which should be able to go much bigger and with a lot of materials. While we're waiting for this, let's go check on our ores. Oh yeah, we're getting a good amount here. I kind of want to sort by tag, but I don't know how to change the sort type. Top of my... Actually don't know if you can. I'm going to just throw this stuff in these chests. Why did it pull out the pump car? Oh, because it could go in the arm. Should we just limit the quarry so that we still have power? There we go. So it's going to go a bit slower. And since we're not using this AE2 network, I'm going to not power it. I think I can choose to do so by... I don't have a good way to turn off the bottom other than disconnecting the controller. Okay, that's running. Everything's running. I think we're gonna... Before jumping more into Gregtech, and this is for the ENDERIO, let's make some patterns. For a reinforced reactor. I'm going to need a reactor controller that is reinforced, and we are going to be going the uranium route. Need a comparator pattern. And reinforced reactor casing. We're going to do it with iron. Reinforced glass. Fuel rod. Control rod. Access port. Copper. and then a power tap, right? That should be everything we really need. Technically, we need the redstone port too, so I just don't know if we have enough pattern space. No, we do not. I'm going to temporarily pull out these backpack patterns. And I'll pull out the power. And all that's letting me know is it is definitely time to move to our new network. For sure. I just kind of want to wait for this quarry to finish. It's got a few levels to go. Yeah, let's start the process. So the way I'm going to do this, excuse me, is the storage was going to go down here. But I kind of wanted disk drives. Give me just a second. A couple players want to add simple voice chat to the server. I'm going to put it to a vote in the Discord. Eventually. I'm thinking, guys. Why don't we... I'm debating how I want to move this, how I want to store items. I want to transition to drives, but I want to use this auto crafting to make the drives. So what I am thinking, this is going to look really silly, but I don't have the power to do it any other way. We're going to run a dense cable all the way to my base. Hook it up instead of the controller at the base. Let me think here. Yeah, this is just going to be the way I'm going to do it. It's going to be rough with chunk loading until we make the disk drives, but I think we'll be able to make the disk drives pretty quick. I think we have all the materials needed. I could use a wireless ME connector to transport the network over there, but the problem is power. Why don't we give it a try? I need skystone dust. I think I had skystone. That's a bit of a shorter distance. You should be able to power that. All right, let's make wireless. Sorry, I keep getting distracted by typing in chat. Let's craft this. Then I need a setup kit. Okay. We got our kit. We got the connector. I'm going to break this controller. And grab a... We're going to have to hook up the new network. And this is going to be down in the meantime. I'm going to place down this one. This one. Setting... Oh, I need to set from this one to this one. And then I need to power AE2 over here. That does mean I need to give more power. Yeah, power's gonna be interesting for a minute, everybody. I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna give this point just to the controller till it's charged. Ooh, that is using a lot of RF. And I'm sure a lot of the RF is because I don't have energy cards in this. Yeah, this is using 1,000 RF a tick. Would you mind till I make my big reactor, Gabe, putting a wireless node on my controller? Only I can check it out in a bit. Doing some live stuff. Only Raven. And then I'm going to break this connection and put a 1,000 limit builder. Perfect. Doing a lot of chatting. Gabe, oh boy. Sorry, I was a little distracted. It's a blood moon, can't sleep. Food-wise, we've got food, we're good. Now is the time to start moving everything over here. And the way I want to do this is now that we should have access to way more pattern providers. And I do need to hide the mega ones. I never did that, I don't. Gonna have to fight mobs a little bit today. Night, I should say. Let me think, guys. Let's make a pattern. Let's just do it. Let's just dive into the digital storage age. Oh my gosh, I am just super short on glass. Let me fly out to some sand. And quickly get some glass. And we're going to just dive right into the digital age. A lot of mobs. By diving into the digital age, what I mean is storing things in actual cells and drives is going to be the game plan. So we need a disk drive for applied energistics. It's not called, I think it's just called a drive. ME drive. And now all of our patterns for auto making processors are online, which is awesome. So happy to hear that. Let's get 8 of these. And I'm going to start them down here. I'm going to take a dense we already have on us. And can a drive now connect directly to dense? I actually don't remember off the top of my head. Let me find out. It can. Perfect. So I'm going to start a spike here. And I'm going to put drives on it. 1, 2, 3, 4. 5, 6, 7, and I thought I made 8. Crafting 1 silicon. So somewhere a silicon got stuck. Where did we mess up? Oh, you know where we messed it up? On one of these. Because I don't have the mega cells in them yet. So I'm actually going to disconnect these for now. And place the 8th drive. In fact, you know what? Let's just go ham. Let's get all the drives we need. Which we have 8. So we need 24 more. While those drives are crafting, we're going to keep making patterns. So now that we have the drive pattern, we're going to need to make a lot of the storage patterns. So we need 1K, 4K, 16K, and for now, I think we're only going to go up to 256. I don't think we're really going to use anything above that. I do want the 256 Super Stel, if we can. And I also want a disk. Oh, I think they were on that screen. It's okay. Of 256. Also going to switch this to only show pattern providers with available slots. And I'm going to do a little bit of spreading out these parts. Now, we do need more crafting. As much as I'd like to get mega crafting units, we're just not quite set up to make them yet. So we're going to go with regular crafting of, we need crafting coprocessor as a pattern, crafting unit as a pattern, And then we're going to just do 256s. All right, these are almost done. I'm going to get them spaced here. So each drive takes a channel, so we can put 32 on this one spike. Like so. Should put 32 of 32 here. And now I'm going to try to get a 256 crafting storage. Oh, my CPU's not big enough. So we actually need to make a smaller storage first. Let's make a 16. That should be enough to do most of what we need to do. And make it into a crafting storage. Then I'm going to put this down. Did I not pick it up? Oh, I did. It's in my inventory. Put that down right there. And we should be able to get a 256 crafting storage. Hopefully won't take too long. This is going well, it looks like. I'm going to clear the blood. That's where there was another one. There it is. We'll need to add the walls to this. We'll do that later. Right now, we're just trying to get to bedrock to set up Grains of Infinity for ENDERIO. But I think this is going to work great. I'm really excited, guys. I think this is going to be quite a good base, what I have planned. Definitely should keep making patterns, though. Let's make a pattern for acceleration cards so we can accelerate all of these inscribers. And for those who don't know, because I forgot to go over it, we are set for Fluix for quite a while because what I did was set up our AE2 villager be fed emeralds and give us Fluix. And that's been running all day. Granted, we just used a bunch of Fluix, but as you can see, we've got like 14,000 Fluix. We are pretty set Fluix-wise. Okay, this is getting there. It's going to be a minute. So what we're going to do, we're going to work on a seed in the meantime. Ooh, we've got a lot of quests to claim. Ooh, a hunter's handgun. Very nice. A lot of AE2 rewards. Oh, you know what? I never made a ME chest, and that has frozen us. Let me make a ME chest. This might get stuck for a minute. Yeah, because it needs logic, and we're currently doing logic. Just a lot of waiting, Wonder how much steel we've gotten, because we need that for the reactor we're going to make. Up to 60 steel blocks. which is excellent. Yeah, we're just hanging out for a minute. Hanging out. Take a minute, think about the plan, everything we want to do. Clean up some of our mess over here. Okay, there is one of the 256s done. I'm going to put it in this corner. And then for the ME chest, I like to put it down with a quartz fiber for inspecting cells. So let me put that right here. Now we need acceleration cards out the wazoo. So I'm just going to get those crafting. And let's dive into a bit of Gregtech. So I'm going to complete some of the quests for Gregtech by putting the Gregtech items into my inventory. So we've already got graphite, but we'll need this one, neodymium, cassinite, sphalerite, gypsum, pyrite, cinnabar, fuller's earth, graphite mineral sand, raw ruby, sulfur, basaltic sand, stone dust, raw redstone, deep slate dust. I think that's all the Gregtech. That should have completed. Oh, not as much as I thought it would. It is telling us do a few things here. The tool introduction. Tools can be made of many materials, the first of which could be iron. Tools can also be repaired in anvils using the same material of the tool itself, like any vanilla tool. A hammer is used in manually crafting plates, which will be necessary for the next tools. So let's make a hammer. And it says the first step is iron, so we're just going to make an iron Gregtech hammer. Which is going to be harder to find. Iron hammer. Perfect. We get stone. Now we need a wrench, a file, and a saw. So I'm going to go ahead and type in wrench, and we're just going to go for iron tools right now. So here's the iron wrench. The iron saw does oh, we need the file first. Iron file. And then the iron saw. That completes the handy tools. We got warp plates for it. That's sweet. All the tools wise, you need a screwdriver. You know what? Let's just try to make as many of the Gregtech tools as we're going to need. So screwdriver first, I'm going to type, we're going to make everything out of iron. We'll go for an iron screwdriver, which requires iron rods using the file. Screwdriver's done. Then we need wire cutters. We need an iron screw, which is iron bolt, which is iron rod. This is where it really gets going, guys. I'm going to make some rods using that. And then we'll make our wire cutters. I'm going to save making recipes till we have way better tools, I think is the plan. There's the wire cutters. Then we need an iron mortar. Super cheap. And that's how you make quite a few materials. Then we need a crowbar. We need more blue dye. Then we need a soft mallet. Which does require rubber ingots, which we haven't produced yet, so we can't make the mallet. Can we make an iron scythe? Perfect. A plunger probably is going to require, yeah, rubber. What about a butchery knife? There we go. So that is a bunch of the tools. All that's left is the plunger and the mallet. Next thing is, so if we look at need help finding ores, make yourself one of these and charge it up by placing it in any machine's energy slot. So we need an ore prospector, which looks like it's a bit further down the chain. The quest log doesn't really give us the best progression here. It's just telling us all the ores we're going to need and how to get the prospectors. So I think we'll take a pause on Gregtech for a bit now. Let's see if we've gotten to bedrock. We're getting close. We're at 44. I'm going to take those acceleration cards. And the first thing I'm going to accelerate is our inscribers. I think that's the most important thing to accelerate first. Put the rest in here for now. And now we're going to request a 256 disc. Oh, we're short glass. Gosh dang it, guys. You know what? I'm gonna take out this island. Water should fill back in. I'm going to get a bunch of glass because I'm getting tired of not having glass. Oh no, it's not updating properly. Why isn't the water updating? Oh, because it is not. Tell you what, I'm gonna have to fix this later. Everyone can just hate me for this mess for a little bit. We'll fix this later. We get a bit more glass till we have it automated. And fly back home. Okay. So I'd like a 256 disc. Which with the acceleration cards will actually be pretty quick. And we're going to need a supercell. Now the supercell is mainly going to be for liquids. We're going to use megacells for item type storage. But the way we're going to handle this, excuse me, as soon as this is done, is I'm going to put the disk drive in and start pumping all of this to that disk drive. And then if we happen to hit high stack items such as the Certus dust, the silicon, things like that, we will set it up for a actual storage cell of its own making, and then cycle the cell through an MEIO port. Now I am noticing I didn't get the next progress because I need to actually put a 1K in my hand, all these Ks in my hand. I need to actually hold a wireless booster. We've got a bit to do. We've definitely got a bit to do. But something we need is if I type infinite, you'll see that there is a... Oh, maybe it's not there. Let me just type water. There it is, the infinite water cell. So what I'm going to do is get some buckets of water. We'll just take them from the backpack. Well as a little bit of lava. Is this the lava one? Yeah, there. Throw these in here. And I'm going to make a infinite water cell and an infinite cobble cell. So there's the water. Then we'll get lava. Or cobble and water. And I'm going to put them down here as a crazy high priority. And the only thing we need to do, if we read the guide for these, we need to put an overflow destruction card in so that cobblestone and water put into the system get voided. So let's actually make a pattern for an overflow destruction card and for a cell workbench. And for chests, we'll get a cell workbench. And I'm going to make a bunch of overflow destructions. Put our cell workbench down in a temporary location. And I'll actually take these back out. Put in our overflows. Perfect. Now, up here, I'm going to put in the first disk drive. Disk drives are going to be at 0 priority on the network. Flat 0. Or actually, no, we're going to start at 10. Flat 10. Already items are coming into it. It's probably Certus. I want to see what's coming into it. I'm going to pull this out. Come over here. And see what items are already coming into our disk drive. Fluix, Silicon, Certus, and the overflow destruction cards. So, I need a 256 cell, since that is where we are stopping for now. We don't have the mega cells available yet. Uh-oh, did we run out of power? Why did I not request it? Nothing we want. We've got enough turtles. Something about my network keeps fluctuating. We're gonna have to figure out what that is, but something I'm gonna do is start moving a couple of the things from over here. I'm gonna move our wireless terminal over. Put it down right here. And hopefully this 256 finishes any moment. We'll wait for it. We don't really have co-processors yet, so some of these crafts take a minute. And I'm going to configure it to Certus Crystal, Certus Dust, Silicon, and Fluix. Throw that in here. And then we need a I/O port. Let's actually make a pattern for it, so I don't have to manually craft a bunch of things. And I'm going to empty out this disk drive. Place it back. See if it gets any items. Okay, we're solid. So now for the fun part, everybody. We're going to come over here. And I'm going to put down a cable. And a interface. Or actually, we have an interface right over there. You know what? No, we'll make a new interface. Which actually looks like I don't have patterns for yet. I think I'm going to just make patterns for extended interfaces. All right, please give me an extended interface. Place down our cable. Take our pipe. And I do need ultimate pipe upgrades as a pattern until we use ENDERIO. And this is going to fill the disk drive really fast. But slowly we'll move everything to digital. Now, it looks like we're finally down at bedrock. So the next step is to get a modular router. I'm going to go ahead and get one of these. Then I need a placer pattern and dispenser. Set this to only use regular bows and a craft bows. And then I'm also going to need a security module. Oh, we're out of patterns. That's not good. It's going to make a paper pattern. Come back here. And get a security module. Okay. I'm going to place our modular router one block up. Router. We're going to set up the placer module to be down. Put that in here. Oh, wait, no, we didn't need a placer. We needed a user. I still need a placer for a later setup, but we need a user. Use. Here, it'll be easier if I just modular. And I need a player module. No, not player module. Should be the activator, because it can right click. Place this down. Action, right click, do not sneak. Look below. The front. No, we'll say down, look level. No, level, we'll do look below. We'll figure this out. Oh no, the security card. There we go. Now it's me. And I'm going to give it flint and steel. Perfect. Then we need a chest with a magnet. People are doing things. I just heard thunder. Go ahead and put this chest, a magnet, and this will slowly collect grains of infinity for us to start ENDERIO. We can now make basic capacitors. So that is ENDERIO started. Gregtech, we are now getting the ores and we've made some of the tools. We're going to have to make some machines for sure. And we're starting to move our items into the AE2 system. It is excellent. And we really need to start building decoratively for the base. Still getting steel, which is perfect. With that, ladies and gentlemen, thanks so much for tuning in to this episode of All the Mods 9 beta testing here on my public server you can join. Huge thank you to everyone who has chosen to support me on Discord or on Twitch. And thank you to everyone who has subscribed to the channel. I do want to say, I'm going to try to get as much done as I can before Season 2 of TAC and before my wedding hell week starts. But have a wonderful day or night, wherever you are in the world, and I'll catch you next time. Bye-bye.